Bro's not that old.
How old is everyone's characters? Do we ever establish that?
Bro's like 40.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
She's not a spring chicken.
I mean, Silas is dead, so.
She's our contemporary.
Well, Corvus is 39, so.
Oh.
I think I envisioned Lee as fairly young, like just coming out of his training and kind of being a little naive about the world, at least to start with.
I've been assuming that he's younger, like early 20s.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was picturing.
Love that.
Silas is like 25.
Silas is dead.
That's what I decided.
But also immortal and eternal.
Also dead.
True.
Also definitely
or not
dead.
true. I don't know.
I don't know. Let me read that weird book. Your weird book about your life.
Weird life.
I think Rose still has it.
Gross. Ro would.
I'm sure it's in my inventory.
I mean...
The Fall of Silence. Yep, it's in my inventory.
All of Silas Copers.
I'm going to start reading out loud around the campfire every night before bed.
Have you looked at it recently?
I have not opened it recently, no. I open it right now.
Do you really?
No, we're in the middle of shit.
You're gonna kill me.
Should I just roll for initiative?
A town in turmoil. A son in trouble. The party goes to see Victor on the double. His friends tell the Walker, to his great disdain, is stuck against her will in the ethereal plane. She has, with the help of Erasmus the ghost, evaded the gallows speaker, else she would be toast. Victor has a great idea, a traveling spell. But the heartstone of a hag would do well. Welcome, friends, back to Barovia. I don't remember exactly where we left off. I believe you had just finished speaking with Victor, doing some research with Silas and Victor. Research buddies!
Research buddies. Montage.
And had been planning on... You tell me.
We're hunting some hags.
Actually, we were walking towards the Watcher house, and Rose's stomach growled loudly.
That's right.
Right, we're going to talk to the Watchers about the
Silas heard it.
But I think the actual last thing that happened was Irina came running up and told us that there are children missing because their dad sold them for buys.
That happened way before.
Yeah, and then your stomach growled.
The last thing I have written down.
Oh boy. No, that happened before you guys went to see Victor.
Oh, I have all the researching with Victor stuff written down before that. Yeah, I just have it out of order.
Okay, I feel like we should get a plan for the day.
It is afternoon.
No, I'd say it's late morning.
Oh, it's only morning.
Late morning.
And how many days are till the full moon?
38.
That's not true. It's like 3.
It's 5, right?
5-ish.
I mean, when you're counting werewolves, I mean, it's all a rounded number.
Is it Arena's the last thing that happened?
Let me check my notes.
Because... So we were jumping around a lot between stuff. So I think Irina found Ro and Lee
In the street while Silas was Victor. Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, it was in the back to the Lee section when Irina comes back.
Yeah.
And then you said the words, I think it'll be a fun place to leave off with the stomach growling.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway. Andy. Do you remember why we were going to watch your house?
To
Let's
let
get a
Stella
binding
in.
circle around their house. We want to know why and how and who.
Because Stella told us to.
It's Gamora.
It's keeping Stella out, right?
It's
We
Gotta
also,
get a reward.
there you go. That's the real reason.
6 something.
that's right.
But also now,
And we're
3
supposed to
clocks
tell
are
her
ticking.
about her daughter. Wasn't it Victor that told us to tell her that
Well,
the daughter wanted to
The daughter figured out the binding circle because it's keeping her out of the house from visiting
Oh,
her
that's
relatives.
right. Yeah. Okay.
So she wants us to say, hey, daughter's trying to visit you. Can you not have a binding circle?
Your security system. It'll be fine.
Also, do you know anything about binding circles? So we can kill a hag?
I mean, probably not.
Whip up a portable gun real quick.
Would that be arcane knowledge?
No, I mean,
Oh.
is that the plan? Is you're going to be asking the
Yeah.
watchers, like,
Probably, yeah.
I want to know why they have a binding circle.
mm-hmm.
We borrow your binding circle, maybe?
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, I would say it's about lunchtime. Do you want to go to watch your house now, or do you have other things in mind first?
Does anybody have anything in mind?
Well, okay. Let's talk about goals.
Let's talk about goals.
And which is most pressing?
Reward.
Okay. So, Rodian's Wolfsbane, and that's in 5 days.
Yep.
But
we also dug a hole for her to
Yeah.
be
See, we're good.
in.
5 days.
No one's been asked to dig a hole yet, right? We just talked about potentially.
Now, I'm pretty sure Father
yeah.
and what's his
Yeah.
name?
They were
Are
going
they
to build a
actually
crypt
Digging
anyways.
a hole. They're digging a hole.
Father's gonna have what is it?
Milbaj.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna dig a hole.
Okay.
I'll put that as a sub goal.
The ritual to save Stella.
Yep.
Needs to happen over the
In
next
about-
5 days.
Yeah,
up to
she
3 days
has
after
5.
the full moon.
Yeah, 3 days before or after is the ritual. However, she has limited amount of time because her tether is wearing thin. So essentially 5 days. Yeah.
And then kids on their way to the hag have a 1 day head start.
Those kids are in pies. Can we just
I
put
mean-
hag? And then I'll put in parentheses
the-
rescue in quotes.
And
Kids.
how much 1 day travel to the hag?
Yep.
So they're theoretically
Yeah, I get it like a day and a half.
a day and a half. So they are theoretically arriving at the hag's house right now.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. She might hang them out to dry or something like that. You know.
Yeah, season them a little bit.
Yep.
I mean, she's
Yep.
probably gonna need to fatten them up. They've been living in a refugee camp. They're probably
That's true.
scrawny as heck.
Yeah,
That's true. What better way to fan up a child than feeding it another child?
Yep. True stuff. I've heard that. I have heard that.
Childception.
Childception.
Okay, so
Child within a child within a child.
Rose's gonna murder you all in 5 days.
Yep.
The ritual to save Stella, we have 8 days, but also ASAP, so she doesn't die.
Uh-huh.
There's so much silver in this party. I'm pretty sure Ro would die real fast.
I mean, we took on
Zero.
2 werewolves a level ago. We got this.
Did.
And
All right,
we might have killed one.
all right, and then the kids are on their way to the hag. They have a 1 day head start.
He said the ritual to save Stella would have to take place around the 3 days surrounding the full moon.
So we got
Is it 3 days before and 3 days after, or like day before, day of, day after?
Day before, day of, and day after.
That's a 7-day period.
Maybe have up to 6 days.
Smoke bomb, vanish.
Okay. Well, I mean, we don't plan to lollygag. I think it still makes sense to head to the Watchtower House and try to learn something.
Yeah, I would say so. If for no other reason than to figure out what this binding circle is all about, and even if we can't use the Watcher binding circle, maybe we can learn how to make one, like a ghetto
Sorry, guys,
binding
I'll be right back.
circle.
Okay, Dane. Silas goes quiet.
Nice.
If we're gonna try to save these kids, though, that has to be.
We're gonna have to do that
immediate.
first, which I mean is a win-win because we need to save those kids, kill a hag to potentially help Stella.
So like quick conversation at the house, but then like
We got a
double
haul.
time it. So, yeah, like travel overnight, not rest sort of situation.
Well, maybe they have horses.
Wild horses.
Taking me away. Alright, I guess to the Watchtower House.
Okie dokie.
To the Watchtower House.
It was a house.
It was the Watchtower House.
There it is. There she goes. Come with me to the Watchtower House. Okay. There it is. Okay. You are swiftly admitted into the Watchtower House at your recognition. Say we can zip through the pleasantries. Actually, yeah, we can zip through the pleasantries. But you are admitted into the house and into the sitting room. Actually, I recall there's like the sitting room right next to the dining room with all the family portraits around. When you first enter the sitting room, you see the familiar figure of Stella Watcher is sitting on the couch when you enter, and she is staring vacantly ahead, roughly in the direction of her father's portrait, which is across from the couch. As hearing what's happening down here, brother Carl actually comes in pretty quickly and says, "Oh, terribly sorry. Let me get Stella out. Let's go upstairs, Stella." He starts to sort of guide the young woman to stand up and leave the room away from you guys. And he says over his shoulder, "I'm sure Mother's going to be down to see to you shortly. Make yourselves at home. Wine's in the cabinet." He points over towards a little dresser between the couch and an armchair next to it. And he will leave the room for a moment. You guys want to do anything in here, or are you just going to wait?
Loot the room.
You want to?
Sneak around.
Sleep.
Where's my watchtower house?
Is Lee sleeping?
No, he's not sticking around.
Just gonna get drunk.
Nope, he's not drinking wine either. Gotta keep his body pure.
Straight edge. Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna look for anything that seems out of place. That's all.
You roll me a secret.
Because we've been here before. We've been here before.
You've been before.
Blind GM roll. But yeah, anything out of place or new?
Let's see. Let's see what you see. Been about a day or two since you've been here. Take a look around the room. You notice that there is a wine glass that was recently used, a dirty wine glass, sitting on the table in the middle of the room.
Is there lipstick on it?
You didn't see this. You didn't take note of this wine
Hey,
glass.
there's lipstick on it.
Is there lipstick on it, Andy? Does it seem like a lady drank out of it? Or someone wearing lipstick?
There is lipstick on it.
There is lipstick on it.
Curious.
Is it empty or is
Lady
it?
Water. What's that?
Is it like empty, like completely
Yeah.
gone? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool. You're welcome, guys. Key piece of information there.
That's right. Lady Watcher comes in with a big smile on her face. Kind of starts to reach her eyes. The smile does. She says, "Well, you come for your reward, I suppose. And before we get to any of that, I must say, thank you all for your help. The town and the Watchers owe you a great service. We all can agree the town is in a better place for action. You are heroes." She smiles again. She lets out a call, "Nikolai, Halik." And in a moment, her valet, Halik, you've met him before. He's real hot. He comes in. Remember this place? This is the house where everyone's super hot.
Oh.
So he's added hard for all of them.
Yes, they are.
Halik.
Oh, yep, there he is. The nice looking guy. Yep, there he is.
Halik shows up, and Fiona says, "If you would please." She hands him the wine glass from the table. "Tea for me and my guests, if you don't mind." And he nods and heads off. Nikolai, her son, one of her sons, comes in and says, "Be a dear, there's a chest in the foyer holding a reward for these fine heroes of the town." He says, "Okay." And he goes off to grab a chest. He comes back in a moment. With holding a clanking chest, and could have grabbed Carl too, Mom. This is heavy. And he sets it down with a thump. And opening it up, he shows you a set of assorted silvered weapons.
Yes.
Convenient.
There are 4 silvered spears, a quiver of silvered crossbow bolts, and you also see at the bottom there are 2 raw silver ingots.
Dibs.
She said, I couldn't fit these in the chest. However, we have accrued a bit of a small armory in the Watcher holdings. Inside, we have various suits of armor. She kind of eyes you all up and says, I wasn't sure. We'd have to get fittings and such to make sure they work for you, but there are many well-kept suits of armor of all sizes and makes, if you wish. You can give details of what you wish to Nikolai. He rolls his eyes, is like, Mom, why can't Carl? Nikolai will take care of it.
Come on, Nikolai. God.
Get your shit together.
And yeah, she says, we have many suits of armor of many makes, and we would be happy to part with 1 or 2 of them if you wish. So basically, y'all can have 2 sets of armor of light or medium, and 1 set of armor of the heavy variety. Anything. Should you wish. And basically it would probably take like a downtime day to get it sort of tailored and set up for you, but it wouldn't take all your time to do that, but it would take like a short fitting and then about a day's worth for a craftsperson to be able to alter it, especially for like the heavy armor. The light and medium armor fine on its own, but like any kind of like full like plate armor or something like that would have to have a little bit of like unique tailoring done.
These armors, are they like a +1? No. Or are they just a regular old whatever we needed / wanted?
They are armor. They're well made.
Right. I think the like armor bonus is built in with the automatic bonus progression.
Dope.
But if any of you are not like wearing the exact, I know we haven't like actually been getting much armor or anything like that. This is an opportunity for anyone who's not wearing the armor you would be wearing to be able to get it.
I'm gonna make a note of that.
Yeah.
Come back to
should actually probably put this stuff in the stash hut. The stash.
We have to make another town trip to go back to the blacksmith, get for those silver ingots.
Oh, yeah. I want a freaking silver rapier. How many? So we need what? 1 ignet per weapon? Is what that person talked about?
Yeah, this is enough to like do 2 weapons worth. That's what I'm saying.
Wasn't Ro gonna like make some silver manacles or something?
Yeah, we just didn't have enough silver to do it.
Yeah, so we could use one of the ingots for that if we wanted to. We can always take a werewolf prisoner in the future.
Well, so is it just Ro and I that use an actual weapon?
I think so, yeah. And I guess Irina too, if you can.
No, she can have my hand-me-down.
Right here, guys.
Oh, I forgot you were there. silver spear, huh?
Yes, there's 4 silvered spears.
A quiver of bolts.
Yep, 30 silver crossbow bolts. That should be under equipment, huh? No, it's under consumables. Where is it? There. Guess I have so many silver bolts right now. Silver bolts. We got spears that are precious metals. Silver. Low grade. Check.
Sure they're not high grade?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I don't really know the difference, honestly. I don't think there really is a difference in Pathfinder, as far as I've seen.
Oh. Does it say it's primarily used by monks?
Spears can be, yeah.
Oh.
Spears a monk weapon.
Yeah, it might be good to keep one just as a backup.
I was gonna say, do you have any like actual, other than just a salve? Do you have any silvered weapons?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah, some, I don't know. I'm fine if you take more than one.
Plus, you can throw them.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could throw them too.
Because I have I have an actual silver weapon, and then I have a crap ton of bolts.
So yeah, I'm not sure exactly for you, Rachel, if you have the armor you're interested in, but they have.
I have a breastplate. I think I would like some. I don't know if I want half plate or full plate.
Okay, well, think about it. You can basically just put in a request with her, and we'll say it'll take a quick trip to probably her personal tailor to have it, resized for you.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with full plate.
Yeah. Do you have the strength for it?
I do.
Perfect.
Well, you're gonna have strength. Ooh.
To our full plate, yeah.
It reduces your speed.
Yeah.
So it normally reduces by 10, but if you have the strength, that is reduced by 5, so it'll only be reduced by 5.
Okay.
Whatever the speed reduction is lessened by 5 if you have the strength requirement.
Yeah, it's minus 10 feet, but I have the strength for it.
Yeah. That was the worst part about Dustus.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask her for full plate.
Okay, great.
I'll need to get it fitted. I'm not gonna take the time to do that now because.
Yeah, she said.
We got 5 days.
It'll take like 30 minutes or an hour for them to take measurements.
Oh, okay.
Or 2.
Well, fuck it, those kids will wait.
Yeah, on the way out of town. Like, fuck it.
They got a season, so we got time.
All right. She calls in Amalthea and Madalena, those two, to take measurements of you.
Great.
I see the pictures of these people. It does it blows away the other NPCs.
I know. Like, her son is a
Totally
ugly
different
man.
artist. Both the servant dude and these servant girls, yeah, totally different artists.
And you remember this was the cook?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, I wasn't here. I wasn't here last time when you guys came to this, so this is all new to me.
Oh, for Watch. That's right.
Yeah.
You provided Watch Trails. Yeah. So I used AI art for all the help inside the house, but then
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
you get to like the art I have for Lady Fiona. Boom. Or here's Carl and
Oh, look at
Nicolette.
him. Look at him. Bunch of rogues.
Yeah, they got that swapped. These people should be the servants, and the servants should be the nobles.
Right. Okay. So I'll say that Ro's gonna be this. Gonna all the measurements and stuff can happen like right in the common room. So just whatever conversations you guys wanted to have with Fiona. Actually, I'll say that after, just because she probably would be hostessing a bit. Unless one of you said something, she would say, "This town is in store for quite a few changes, for the better, I assure you. I've already gotten the town's guard, setting up the square for a refugee camp while we sort out more palatable accommodations for them. But at least they'll be inside the walls in the short term. A watcher keeps their promises, I assure you." I think at this point the tea would come out, and she just starts sipping at her tea a little bit. But Halik will pour tea for all who want it.
Yeah, Leo will take some tea. He's not gonna drink the wine, but he'll take the tea.
Yeah, I think I'd drink some tea.
Make a fortitude save, please. I'm just kidding.
Are the servants still like in the common room taking measurements?
Yes. Though. If
I think Lee has at least enough sense to not bring up, Stella as a ghost in front of the servants.
Sure. Yeah, I would say that probably in the room could be Madalena and Amalthea, unless Ro would prefer all the fitting stuff to be done in private.
No, it's fine.
Okay. So they're probably just out in the dining room with you guys. I'm not sure what Paul would say. Now that you've saved the town, what's in store for our heroes of Vallaki?
Well, it is rather curious you mention it. Have you heard any ramblings among the refugees? Stories drift upon us.
I'm afraid I have not had my ear to the ground in the refugee camps. Is there a concern you'd like to bring to my attention?
I don't know if I would say bring it to your attention. Just simply some missing children. We may be looking into it. Bit of a
Of
concern.
course. We must do everything we can to protect the children.
Oh, absolutely. And you have several, of course. There's 3 of them altogether.
Indeed, she says, as she reaches to the side, opens a drawer, and pulls out a small piece of parchment, and begins to sort of put it out in front of her. Missing children, you say? Who's the parent? Who can I discuss for more details?
Balls.
Irina says. It was Franz. Franz was his name. And she just nods and makes some notes. I will, as soon as our meeting is adjourned, I would gladly speak to the town guard about this, investigate fully. I assure you.
I appreciate that. That's quite meaningful. Children are future.
She tilts her head ever so slightly at your weirdness.
I look at Ro, who I'm imagining is like standing with her arms out, just
Yep,
like deep sigh.
They are. Do you have any children, Corvus?
Oh, no, I spent
Not that
enough
I know
time.
of.
Not that I know of, but spent enough time, we'll just say parentless and helping those in need that, well, I travel too often, so I don't see any children in my future.
Parentage is a trial. To avoid cursing your children in the same way that you yourself have cursed,
Cursed?
or at least less degrees.
In what ways have you been cursed, my lady?
She smiles coldly and says, "My dear, I have lived a life you would hardly believe."
Well, and I sip my tea. I'd love
She
to
said,
hear.
"Feedback."
I mean,
Perhaps. I ran away from town for a time, but I came back too late to save what was left of my family. I returned in time to start my own and rebuild what the Watchers had lost over the years.
so you would say you protect your family at all costs. It's a dignified goal.
I will take that as a compliment.
It's meant to be.
Uh, the ladies finish up with Ro, and Fiona smiles at them and said, "Would one of you please be a dear? Take that to the." She gives an address. She says the old storeroom on Svalich Road. And they give a quick "Yes, Mom," and then one of them wanders out of the house with a scrap of paper in hand.
Does the other one leave too?
Yep, sure.
Okay.
He says, "Do you know anything about the old woman that runs the mill outside of town?"
Very little. As I said, I've been mainly concerned with the troubles inside the walls. I have heard tale of a peddler of sorts bringing food to the refugees. Seemed harmless.
Seems she's not only bringing food to the refugees, but also citizens within Balaki. We met a family of them that got some food from this peddler woman, and they seemed the worse the wear for it.
Curious. You expect there was some poisonous or other foul acts?
Something like that, yeah.
She makes another little note on her parchment paper.
I think more of the magical means.
How so?
Well, seems that anyone who is partaking in her typical meal, well, has some side effects. Seems to care less for their immediate surroundings and more for their next bite. It's an interesting hunger, don't you think?
Certainly sounds like a curse. Or something magical in nature. Perhaps a addictive agent of some kind?
Hmm.
A poison? With a sample, perhaps I and my agents would be able to discern what the nature.
Oh my God, Lee, do you still have a pie?
No. No.
Okay, thank God. It's then that Lee remembers and eats a whole pie.
No, Lee got cured of his addiction. Maybe he's got, some trace memories of that hunger, but it's not acute. He's not in the throes. Seeing that Ro appears a little distracted, Lee kind of elbows Corvus and says, "What about Stella? Tell her about Victor."
It's curious. How, I mean, you don't know much about us, and we don't know much about you, but how learned are you in the ways of magical arts?
She easily says, "Oh, I dabble. It's no secret, really."
I bet you, quite more than dabble. See, we've come across someone that, implored us to speak with you. Quite a loved one. And I'm gonna look around and make sure there's, like, no one else in the room shut.
Roll a perception check.
I will do this!
There are 3 children in the corner.
Oh my God, their backs are to me.
Okay. You don't notice anybody.
Okay. It's curious. Your daughter Stella, quite striking. Quiet type, but quite striking.
You're too old for her.
Well, we have a friend who is trying to help her. She seems quite lost. I'm sure you've noticed. You see, she's trying to get home and she's been blocked. And I'm just gonna eye her down. Or up. Up, down.
She's got her back up straight right. Her posture has stiffened noticeably. Speak plainly and fully. Do you know of...
How much do you believe in spirits, my lady? Not
I
the
live in
dead
Barovia.
ones. Of course. I forget where we are half the time. You see, I believe your daughter's spirit has come stretched from her actual mortal coil, and, well, she's encountered a barrier around your house and can't get back. That's about as plain as it can be.
Rose looks at him because it's not. And Rose says, "She's trapped in the ethereal plane. Her tether is growing thin. And she asked us to let you know that she can't communicate with you because
That's
of
exactly what I
because
said.
of the circle around your house."
Very plain.
She's stuck outside of it.
Trap. I said those exact words.
She stands up and walks away from the table, turns her back on you guys. After a few moments of you know what? She's facing away from you. She's like facing husband on the wall, back to you. But after a few moments, she turns around. No, I think she would say this without turning around. She would say, "You all have earned my trust. I will not take kindly with you toying with my emotions. If this is a game, say it and be gone."
With all due respect, I don't play with children. That is not.
Phrasing.
I would never toil with someone's emotions in this regards. Your daughter is in fact in danger, and we mean to save her.
I have told nobody about this circle house. When I was a young woman, my parents and brother were killed here. A mysterious incident that left their bodies unharmed. They were dead as can be. I was, as I mentioned, gone at the time on a pilgrimage. But having heard of their deaths, I returned. Through my own means, she's sort of like looking up again. She seems to just sort of be like scanning the giant portrait of her husband on the wall. I've determined some sort of malevolent spirit was responsible for the death of my entire family. It was gone by the time I returned. But I knew there was always a chance. One day. Thankfully, I'd learned a bit of protective magic from my mentor, and I erected a circle around my home that would prevent any creature in the ethereal plane crossing over the bound of this property. Now you say the circle I placed to protect my family is keeping my family from being whole?
Well, to be fair, even if she could reach the house, that's not going to put her back in her body.
Correct. We do need to bring her back, and I'm curious if this entity you speak of is the one that seems to be hunting her quite ravishly.
You know enough to have put this circle up. Do you know of a way to reach her on the ethereal plane, or a way to bring her back?
It's not so easy as that. And no, I don't have any specific. My mentor may have known such a thing. She walks over. She's holding herself together pretty well, as you notice as she turns around. She walks past you guys, a fireplace mantle, and she picks up a model of Watcher House that was sitting on the mantle itself. Bringing it back to the coffee table, sitting in the middle of the seats here, she sets it down and sits in front of it. She closes her eyes and begins to pass her hands over the house, muttering an incantation. There's like a little bit of a soft glow of light around the model, which then dissipates. And she says, "Circle has been lowered." And she just sort of, "Now I will see if what you say is true." She sits back, sort of sips at her tea.
I'm gonna look around the room. Is there a mirror?
There is not a mirror in here.
My lady, do you have a mirror in the house? Something you could bring in, mobile perhaps?
She thinks for a moment. Says, "In my room would have a mirror."
Oh shit! Or is that kid's mirror magical? I think it was magical.
It
Go
was.
back
He
to
did
my
say it was
notes.
magical.
Damn.
Yeah, I think it's only that mirror.
Well, then Corvus will go. Perhaps it was a magical mirror. Your mentor you spoke of. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna spin my ring around, and I'm gonna hold it up to her. Did he reside in a tower?
He. You presume much. No, my mentor was a she, and she did not live in a tower.
Quite many a strong magic user around this town.
Oh, I wasn't in Valak. At that, a flower from a vase on one of the side tables floats up out of the vase, drifts over to Fiona, and drops into her lap. She, with shaking hand, reaches down to pick up the flower and drops her teacup. It just like shatters on the floor, unless someone wants to like do a roll to catch it, but it's gonna break.
Am I the closest? Because I'll totally roll for that shit.
Sure. Roll a dexterity.
Is that a reflex save?
Sure.
Dope.
Nice. Yeah, you can catch it.
I let the coaster fall, but I catch the cup.
This one was always your favorite, she says. And then she looks sharply up at you, Corvus. This is some kind of a trick. I will find out.
I don't play tricks like these.
The saucer that the teacup was sitting on lifts up into the air and smashes down into the ground. and the shards on the ground begin to get pushed together into the shape of a crescent moon. And Lady Watcher's eyes just sort of mist up whoever's next to her. She's getting the feels.
You see, we may have
Small this.
Yeah,
I can give you another picture of Leak. All right, 1 second. Let me show you the Leak again. This guy. Halik. Remember Halik. He says, "My lady, is everything all right? I heard something smash."
Smash. Get it, girl.
She says, "No, go, Halik, go."
Get out of here.
Look at me. She just sniffs and wipes her eyes, and she says, "Let us assume that I believe you. What need have you of me?"
We need a way to trap this vengeful spirit. Nope.
We need to know how to make a binding circle.
There you go. Silas, where have you been? Yes, that's what we need to do. Someone's paying
Just
attention.
observing. Maybe not on the scale of the one you have here at the house, but something very similar on a smaller scale.
We also need to travel very quickly.
Horses can be arranged. And I do have the skill to create binding circles. How large do you need?
Big enough to trap a humanoid thing.
Perhaps 3 of them. We just throwing our cards on the table with this chick?
Yeah, I think Lee's about ready to just like.
I mean,
drop
she is
it
our
off.
frenemy.
Look, we have reason to believe the woman I spoke of earlier could be a night hag. Thus
We
the
need her to
connection
get to
to the
the
missing children.
The night hag has a heartstone that we need to use to get to the ethereal plane to save your daughter.
That same heartstone she uses to slip in and out of the ethereal plane. And we're afraid if we attack her, she will slip away.
Hence the binding circle.
I high five Silas.
This is the woman you mentioned from the mill.
Oh, yes.
If the goal is to entrap them, confront them within the mill, you said 3?
She has 2 daughters. I think it's a coven. I read it in a book.
I read. Not a big deal.
I picked it up. Silas has taught me a thing or two.
Binding circles aren't as easy as traps. You get something to walk into. She thinks for a moment. Unless, of course, your goal is to confront them within a place you know they are, such as the windmill.
I never
That
thought
would
of
be
that,
the
but
one.
that makes sense.
For me to create a circle around a structure as large as the mill would require several of my associates.
Hold up.
Uh-huh.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
I have a reading club.
A reading club? That
Very
what we're
good.
calling it?
We all dabble.
We all dabble a little in the
In
reading.
reading, that is.
No big deal. They probably don't eat kids, at least.
Listen, I feels like a lesser of two evils at the moment. So probably going to eat those words later.
There is more of a wrinkle to it. I would explain, for a binding circle to entrap a creature, it must be infused with the true names of the creature that will be entrapped.
Ah,
Fucking true name.
we need the name anyhow. Right.
Silas, you read this, but I think you would have read a clue about this in that book, Ethereal Entities.
Yep.
Does it say the name is?
No, but I think there was a clue in there.
In ethereal entities, I think.
All hags' true names is Beth.
Gertrude.
Gertrude Madurgaderg the second.
It'd be real convenient if they had to have a physical copy of their names.
On a contract. It's
Exactly.
hidden somewhere. Physical contract.
It seems you and your book club is quite learned. Where would a hag of covens put a contract if they had one?
They guard it jealously, sealing it within the heart of their lair.
We haven't gotten to the hag section of our book yet.
I mean, it's pretty early on in the alphabet.
No spoilers.
We're currently on banshees.
And you suspect these hags are the ones responsible for the children going missing as well? Is that what you were dancing?
Well, it's
Yes.
no fun when you put it so plainly.
I insist. The children, if they are alive, before any confrontation happens, they must be rescued.
Sounds like we have to head to their lair regardless.
Well, if we head to the lair...
How quickly can you spin up a binding circle once we have the names?
Don't you say 5 days.
6 days.
6 days.
On the 4th day after the full moon.
She said not long. Matter of minutes, maybe.
Well, gang, sounds like we got a stealth mission in the making.
You guys are good at those.
Something that we are not especially good at.
So you know, if Victor had mentioned that, it also is possible that night hags are notorious deal makers. So it's also possible you can get the Heartstone another way.
So backup is we can barter for the Heartstone.
Who knows what you'll have to barter, but you can barter.
Well,
A werewolf named Ro.
Or we take some extra kids with us.
Yeah.
Sure.
Bargaining kids.
That's wow, Ro, you got dark. like lycanthropy really ruined you.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just really hungry.
I can gather my associates in as little as 4 hours. Let me know anytime after that. If you decide the place, or if you decide the time, I will meet you at the eastern morning gate of Valaki at the time you decide. At least 4 hours from now.
Okay. Well, I think we have much to discuss. I look at my companions nervously.
Okay,
And
just
you
to make
said you
sure.
could borrow some horses as well.
4 hours.
Horses in 4 hours.
Am I
Which is
understanding
4 hours?
correctly
Sorry, book
that
club.
in 4 hours we're gonna go to the hags with the book club, or we're going to the hags, sneaking around, finding a name, coming back?
No, we're taking the book club.
We'll have to
The
take the
whole-
book club
Taking
because
the
whole
book
last
club.
book club is coming
we'll take
with
the book
us.
club, but we'll leave the book club a little bit further away from the mill. We'll do our
Wow.
sneaky infiltration of the mill.
Hey, I leveled up
Find the
stealth.
contract.
We
Find the contract and the names.
This is
Easy
gonna
peasy.
go well.
In and out. We rescue the kids, pull them out of the oven or whatever the hell we have to do. And then once we know the names, we just bind them in there, and then we take the Hearthstone and head to the ethereal plane. Easy peasy.
Okay,
And
before
we're
that
assuming
happens,
the club will just do what we want them to.
probably, maybe,
They'll all do it.
we'll kill them anyways. So before we leave, we need to go to the blacksmith. I want a rapier, and Dane, I don't know if you caught it, but you can upgrade your armor if you wanted to basically anything that's basic if you're not wearing the armor you want.
Armor?
So as part of your reward, from her, she is going to let you guys have your pick of normal armors, basically any armor that's in the PHP.
Okay.
If you're not wearing the armor you wish to be wearing, you could have a set of armor from storehouse of theirs. Also, she gave you guys a ton of silver.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Like two ingots of silver, 4 silver spears.
Enough to melt down into
I'm
manacles
claiming
or whatever.
Yeah, I'm claiming 1 ingot for manacles.
There are 2 solid ingots of silver.
Yeah.
So
Ingots.
I will argue that I would love to have one of those ignits because I do not have a silver weapon in my actual weapon. That's all I'm going to say.
You ignite.
Oh, and there wasn't something you wanted in this chest.
No,
Spears and crossbow bolts. Okay.
my guy is built around a rapier. I have a short sword if I needed to, but like rapier is my bread and butter.
Okay. Does anyone else need silver or anything?
I mean, if not, I have so many fucking bolts.
Oh.
Alright, well what if we do 1 ingot for manacles and 1 ingot for Corvus's sword?
I also have 108 bolts, not counting the bolts that are in there that are silvered. I don't know if we can melt those down or not.
You want to melt down the silver bolts?
I mean, I personally have 108.
I
108 silver bolts?
I think I gave you some of my.
Silver bolts?
We got 200. We got 200, and I split them down the middle.
Yep.
So I have 100 too.
Oh,
Yeah,
I took
you guys got a bunch from raided that cart that was outside of the tower.
Y'all didn't want to go into it. I raided the shit out of it.
Whoever owns that thing is going to be real pissed someday.
Maybe.
Well,
Allegedly.
I didn't realize we had so many. I only took like 5 silver bolts.
Oh shit,
I'll
take
share.
those 30. I'm just walking around with 100 bolts on my back. Don't worry about it. D&D magic.
So, Fiona would just say, I need to go find Ernst to start proceedings. Take a moment, think about when you would like us to meet outside of the city and leave.
As soon as we can have everything arranged.
I can have everything arranged in 4 hours. Is that good?
Yes, we'll leave in 4 hours.
Rose said we're leaving in 4 hours.
leaving 4 hours.
I don't know much about hags. She says to Corvus.
You got this. We got a
We
book.
haven't read that yet. However, they do have connections. The fiendish realm.
To tell.
Cold Iron is their enemy. I know that.
Ah, I gotta use Earn on him. Earn.
Is my rapier made out of iron?
All right, got 4 hours to find Cold Iron. Let's go.
Let's go.
Cold Iron.
Cold, cold as in cold.
It is meaning it is cold forged, so that it is never. It's never. Heat is never put to it. It's actually like a real brittle. It's not a very good way to make metal, but
well, maybe that's
cold iron is
sweet.
known as the bane of fiends. Some types of fiends.
Let's go talk
And
to that
Faye.
lady.
Sure.
Where do you see your proficiencies? Is that on the thing somewhere?
It's in your skills at the bottom, isn't it? Proficiencies,
Yes.
scroll all the way to the bottom.
I have none.
I have no proficiencies. I'm weak.
I think Irina might, but I think Irina already has a breastplate.
I don't think I'm proficient in any kind of armor.
Isn't there like a sweet? I saw a sweet armored. What the hell is it called? Like cloak? I'm wearing an armored coat, which I think is the best I can wear right now.
I'm gonna have an extra breastplate once I get my full plate if anyone wants it.
I probably don't have the
All it
strength.
says under my class is initial proficiencies. At first level, you gain listed proficiency ranks in the following statistics. You're untrained in anything not listed unless you gain a better proficiency rank, and then it doesn't list anything. So I'm guessing I'm not proficient in any kind of armor.
Well, could you wear like, where is it at? Quilted armor? Does that do anything?
Don't know. There's like an armored cloak. But it's all light armor.
Yeah, I'm wearing an armored cloak.
Padded armor is light armor as well, I think. So I just don't think I'm proficient in any kind of armor. Untrained.
All right.
Dane, I have you cranked up to 200, but I'm having trouble here.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Maybe better? That may be better.
I just moved the mic closer to my mouth, but let me see if my mic volume is down.
Is it just me? I also have a fan going in the but
Yeah, he's a little quiet.
I actually had you turned down, Dane. I'm gonna turn you back up.
Alright. Let me
Yes, yeah. Only have you at 150.
see what happens if I plug in the
I,
jack
actually
in
you're better right now.
right now.
Moving it closer.
Too late. Alright, jacking in. Close.
Check it in. Check it in. All right, so we're gonna meet the lady at the eastern morning gate. Oh wait, Miss Watched, would it be worth putting up your perimeter now that your daughter's spirit is in the home to help protect her?
Testing 1 2.
I heard you,
Good
Dane.
call.
Good.
They're just being hunted. Maybe the hunting thing can't get in.
Right?
Or
Right.
like if it goes back up, will it like eject her from it? No, it'll trap her, right?
Yeah.
She'll be trapped here.
Better trapped here than trapped outside. I say in my Corvus voice.
Let's see.
She hasn't read that far.
She would like that plan. So just if I haven't about how long it takes to go back up.
I mean, she just waved her hand, Andy. Just wave the other hand.
Yeah,
Wax
just
on,
spelled,
wax
yeah,
off.
she just spelled it pretty quick.
Oh, okay. Wax on, wax off.
Yeah, she would see. I think she would say, "Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll erect my protective circle."
Sorry. Continue. No, I'm sorry.
Silas, how inappropriate.
Yeah, so she start putting the circle back up. She basically dismisses you guys. She's in like.
Quick, we got 3 hours and
She's got
52
stuff to do.
minutes.
Get ready. Get ready
do
4
it.
hours. So you guys have 4 hours. What would you like to do?
Blacksmith.
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 Smith.
Blacksmith.
Smith.
We Scooby-Doo run over there.
Okay.
Ski down.
Okay, you make it to the blacksmith. Is
Hello.
you hear the sounds of clanging and anvil hammering going on long before you reach the blacksmith. And as you enter, you see at the front counter is a familiar woman, the leader blacksmith here, is stooped over a leather sheet of like papers, and there's like a book open off to the side. She has these small little glasses like down on the edge.
Oh yeah, that's right. She's
Just
working.
like-
She's researching for me.
She's researching. She's busy.
Like, I love
busy.
this lady.
For me.
Yep, sure.
Yep.
She
got an apprentice that can do that stuff.
right, yeah. She has three apprentices hard at work in the back, and every once in a while she's like shouting back orders of like, "Turn down the heat, Iris. What did I tell you?" Oh, I didn't expect you back. She looks around, takes a peek at like up at the sky.
But no, we're early. We have other different requests now.
Are you like
Well,
the
they're
only
similar.
blacksmith in town? Can we spread this out a little bit?
Ro
Yeah,
puts,
she nods. There's like a couple others.
Ro puts a silver ingot on the counter.
I put one up there too.
I think I have what I need to be able to figure this out. The smelting process and I think I can do it.
So what can I ask her to research? Silver manacles?
She was making something.
Mostly it was just the general process of like silver in general.
Okay.
It wasn't really something that.
Okay. But I had asked about manacles and she didn't have any silver and then didn't. What's true? Okay.
She also didn't have any silver, but
Right. Okay. But now we have 2 ingots of silver to give her.
there's a method I'll be using to clad iron. Unless you want solid silver, it's a much softer metal. The process that I've seen, especially to make weaponry, is actually clad the weapon in silver, or to make an alloy of the silver with the steel. But either way, steel is involved. Both. Cladding, not quite as durable, but it'll be much faster to do. Alloy is probably going to last a bit longer. Takes a bit longer to do.
What's going to hold up to great amounts of force?
I'd say the force. The problem with the cladding is that eventually it just wears off over time. So they won't. It's not so much there's less strong as that over time the cladding will start to just wear through until it's down to the bare steel. It won't happen immediately, of course. I'm I'm a good craftsman, I am. But at least over a month or two, I start wearing.
After how frequent use, or does use not matter?
Every situation is going to be a bit different. How rough do you plan on being on these things?
It's pretty rough.
Very rough.
I don't. If longevity is a concern for you, then I might at least suggest go with the alloy. But if speed's more of a concern to you, then I'd platinum.
If we go with the alloy, could you have it ready in 4 days?
4 days? Certainly.
What if you were building
Excellent.
another weapon in that 4 days?
Certainly, I could do both.
I love it. I like her.
Excellent. Then the silver rapier and the silver manacles. We have 2 silver ingots for you.
She says, I'll have them for you. I could have them in 2 days.
How about that cold forged iron?
Well, we
Get
haven't
that
got.
for
Wait,
us in less than 4 hours.
Silas, wait a moment. Wait.
Oh, I'm
Wait,
sorry.
guys.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought we were. Never. Sorry.
How much?
I'll be back here.
How much for the manacles and the rapier?
I won't quite use all the silver. Probably use. I'd have about 1/10 of a bar left. I'll take that as your payment.
I'd accept that. Ro?
Ro will nod, but then she will also put 5 gold on the counter for your research, your help, and your speed.
She gawks for a moment, but is sort of speechless. Some know-it-all twat from back hears you mention about the cold iron. Silas, while she's sort of speechless at the front, he says, "Cold iron? Who would ask for cold iron? Everyone knows that's just gonna break. It's not forged properly." And one of the girls in the back who's working with him smacks and Maximus says, "Not if you do it right, remember?" And she just rolls her eyes. So some teenage young lady, walks up to the counter. The blacksmith is just sort of like 5 gold pieces. So like silver alone is like a fortune, right? But this teenage girl walks up, says, "I have some cold iron. I'm willing to deal." And she leans on the counter.
I kind of hit Corvus on the shoulder. Deal.
I very quickly, like within a blink, you see me like pull from underneath my cloak with like a boom, 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 the retribution axe, and I put it on the table.
Okay.
We're willing to deal.
What do you think about this?
Wait,
What do you think about that?
She's just claiming she has it? Is she claiming she forged? Like,
Yeah,
what?
she said she made it. So if you wish to, the retribution axe could have like the enchantment runes passed to different weapons if you ever wanted to.
Would that take more time than 4 days?
It would probably take about a day.
I mean, it's the perfect amount of time. So it just has like a +1.
Yeah, which you guys are already kind of getting the +1 and stuff, but the retribution bonus, whatever that is, would be added to that. But yeah, she pulls up a box from underneath the counter and says, inside are clattering a whole bunch of like mostly daggers and small blades, daggers and short swords, that kind of thing. She says these were all practices from our training, but we did have a project a month or two ago. It was taught to try some of the cold forging, and she pulls out 3 weapons. There are 2 daggers and a short sword.
This might be a dumb question, but I'm going back to the retribution axe. Is that something the blacksmith can do, or something magical that can be done?
Black crafts. That's a crafting check to transfer runes.
What are roads? So she could do it as the blacksmith.
I can do that. I can do it.
Oh, you could do it? Where the hell were you?
I can do it. I'm right here. I've been here the whole time.
I put the axe back in my pocket.
Yep, sure.
Is it like a small axe? How do you fit it
It's
in
a
your pocket?
big fucking axe. It does a shit ton of damage.
He's like a giant axe.
He's got big pockets.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. They're all in my belt. It's a big belt.
How much do you want for the daggers and the sword?
The youth leans towards you. 1,000 gold. She gets cuffed. She gets cuffed on the back of the head by the blacksmith.
I like her.
And who's now snapping back to it, hearing preposterous things being spoken. She says, "Come on, Elsie. I taught you better than that. You say something so outlandish that... Try again." She says, 1 gold.
Didn't you just say these were practice?
I put 1 gold on the counter. That's my last one. Seems like a good deal. I'll add a silver.
The gold was
I put a silver on the table too.
Elsie's already running off, and the blacksmith's shouting back at her and says, "You make sure you give your peers their share as well."
What's the blacksmith's name?
You never asked.
Oh,
Never
we're
ask.
assholes. I'm sorry. My name is Corvus, and you are
Lindy.
Lindy. I have.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you too. I have a small request, if it's possible. In that rapier, could you forge this in with the metal, and I pull it like the bottom piece of the tail feather, not the whole feather, but just the tail feather, and I hand it to her.
The nub.
Just the nub, just the tip. Call it sentimental.
This ain't witchcraft, ain't it?
Nope, just old-fashioned superstition.
No, but we did hear of a book club if you're interested.
Shh, Silas. Shh, not the time.
You mean the Watchers?
Oh, you are interested?
No.
Lindy's gonna show up in 4 hours.
I don't think I could set foot in the door. They'd laugh me out of there, they would.
They are odd folk.
Put a word in, I guess.
I'll put your witchcraft into your rapier if you wish, of course.
I appreciate that. Your apprentice ran off with the rest of my money, or I'd tip you more. Four days, then.
I'll check that sooner if you wish. I'll probably have it done sooner.
Sooner than.
Sooner would be best, especially on the, and I glance at Ro, the cuffs.
Keep your secrets. Great. You guys you have 2 add them also to the party sheet. Look at all these weapons you guys are collecting. Who's carrying all this stuff? And how's your encumbrance going?
Irina's carrying it all. She's fine.
Is she though?
Yeah, she's good. She's a level 30
So
paladin.
some of this stuff, what I'm gonna assume is like
it's in the stash, baby.
All the stuff in your stash. I'm going to assume you don't have like with you when you're traveling. Like either you're leaving it at the Blue Water Inn or Isle, whatever. You probably travel with all this stuff in like, I don't know, bag or with a cart or something if you wanted to. All right, so let's add daggers, cold iron.
If nobody wants those silver spears, I can take the other 2 and just keep all 4 of them.
I say you keep them.
Okay.
Hey, Silas. How quickly could you fuse them weapons together?
I don't know if this was a D20 role-playing game. I'm not sure what the rules would be to there, but I could.
It's a one-day action.
Could do it in a day.
I'm just saying.
Easy peasy.
Instead of 4 hours we meet the lady, 3 hours and 50 minutes, that is, we come back in a day and a half. No? Okay, then.
What about the children? Somebody please think of the children.
I am.
You wouldn't happen to have cold iron salve, would you?
That's a good question. I don't think that's a thing. But
Rachel, do you want to take the cold iron short sword?
Sure.
I can take a dagger unless someone else wants one too.
Go for it.
So yeah, you guys are basically getting these things. They're fine. They were clearly made by like apprentices, where like.
I do not have this, but the answer is yes. Cold iron blanch.
Oh shit! Make some
uncommon,
of that shit.
So it's hard to find. I don't have it. It's uncommon.
These are fine, but they're like lots of little signs that they weren't made to ever be sold, right? These are projects that you picked up from teenagers. So like, probably gonna take a little TLC, sharpening themselves, maybe like rewrapping the grips, because they're just wrapped with like some leather cord right now. Little things, nothing you can't handle, but youths.
If we were level 9, my unarmed attacks would be treated as cold iron and silver.
If only. You guys can wait 3 more levels. Come back in 3 levels if you want.
Sure, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
I mean, we brought the refugees inside, so how many more kids can they steal?
That's right. Yeah.
It's a true story.
It's true. Especially now that Fiona's got her hackles up high, lady.
She didn't even steal them, though. She just bought them.
That's true. They were traded as legal tender for pies.
Maybe not legal tender.
But... anything else you guys want to do a few hours before you head out?
Do we have rations and stuff? Should we get food?
There are lots of rations. Sad. So if you want ration, probably put them in your inventory.
Should we buy some like stealth stuff? Should we get a grappling hook? I mean, if we're gonna use a grappling hook, I mean this is the time.
Okay, does it make more sense to have a crossbow or a hand crossbow? Is there a benefit to either one?
Hand crossbow only takes one hand, but it takes, so you can shoot it with one hand like a gun, but it takes a second hand to reload. So you still have to have your second hand, but you could just like pull it off your back, shoot it once, and drop it if you.
All right,
But that's like the only big difference. regular crossbow is more like a big rifle size.
I'm taking those rations. I can carry a lot of shit.
Irina has a silver weapon, right? Or not yet?
I think
Crossbows
we
are
gave her
1d8.
one.
Hand crossbows are 1d6.
She does not.
Okay, well then let's give her the silver salve. And does she have a crossbow?
She can take mine if she doesn't.
She has a short bow, I believe.
We don't have any silver arrows, though. We just have silver bolts.
Silver bolts.
So we should make sure she has a crossbow and some silver bolts and
Right.
the
She
silver
will,
salve.
she will go buy a crossbow.
Oh, she can have mine. She can have mine.
Great. She's gonna grab a crossbow.
And I put 30 bolts in the stash she can have.
Andy, can I just buy a grappling hook? For
Sure.
the
Yeah.
Price.
Yeah, Vlaki is a level 4 town.
Oh yeah.
So you guys can
level
basically
4.
buy any items 4 or less from the book. Le book.
Andy, will you also put the silver salve in Irina's inventory so she can
Sure.
pop it on her sword before
Pop it right on.
I turn?
How does
Both of them?
How
You want
does-
to take both of them?
No, she can just have. She got one. I don't know. I just
How
want
does
her to have at least
bulk
one.
work, and how do backpacks help or hinder with bulk?
They can hold as much as you want.
Backpacks reduce the first couple bulk side of them, I think. But it's
Up
like it's
to-
more. Is it harder to get stuff out of a backpack?
Yeah, I
It
think
is.
It's more of an action.
If they're taking
Yeah.
action, yeah, to pull stuff out.
But then you should have an encumbered threshold and then a max bulk threshold. I think is
So
how
I
it works.
Can't tell if I'm encumbered or not, but it says bulk 7, 2L / encumbered 5.
You should be encumbered then. Yeah, because I think the encumbered is the threshold for being encumbered. If you're over that,
Okay.
then it'll give you some status spec. I don't remember exactly
Roll
what it is.
roll an attack roll because it'll show you real quick.
Or maybe it's move speed, something like that.
Let's see. I'll have to retrieve something from my backpack. All right. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't see any modifier for it. Just under the attack.
Yeah, it might be like move speed or something.
I don't know. Because I remember when
His name is
Gobbleberry.
Gobbleberry.
Yeah,
Son of
Elderberry.
a bitch.
That's it.
Gobbleberry?
I remember when Gobbleberry he got encumbered. It like happened immediately.
Yeah, he could carry one thing. His
Yep.
strength was like -2.
So that's why I'm like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's just not working or if I'm missing something.
Is there a blue bar at the bottom?
It's like a brown bar.
Oh yeah, you're probably encumbered because mine's blue.
Yeah, mine's blue.
Oh my god.
What are you carrying there, Dane?
All kinds of shit. A fingernail?
Now,
Yeah, so
now's
it
the
just
time to
means
get
you're
rid of
up
it.
into the-
See, but my backpack's blue. My total bulk is brown. I don't know.
Maybe you're fine, dude. I'll
So
take
you
a
could
picture of
prob-
mine.
You could probably move some of your bulky stuff to your backpack.
That's what I did, I think.
So like your healer's toolkit, for instance, maybe, or your repair toolkit. So right now, like your first amount of bulk in a backpack is free. So I think you get 4 bulk.
Okay.
Right now you just have 1 bulk, 6 light. So you're less than capacity in your backpack.
I see.
I think is how it works.
I see. Light counts as nothing.
So 10 lights equals 1 bulk. You're
I
like
see.
1.6 right now.
You can carry so much more shit. Take those bedrolls. Take
You
them.
could. So like stuff that you don't need to use like fast in the moment, maybe.
Okay. That's good to know.
Is there anything else you
There
think we need to buy?
Okay.
How much rope do we have?
And I think you can be considered to be, quote, wearing one toolkit, which essentially means you don't have to spend an action to pull out the toolkit.
Cool.
So you can choose one of your toolkits that you were wearing, which
I think is the Thieves toolkit I'm wearing right now.
Yeah, thieves could be, or healers. So like, I think healers a popular one for combat, just because you don't have to spend an action to like pull out the heal kit to state or whatever. But then again, you get tons of potions, so I don't know.
Interesting.
But I think that's the benefit of like wearing a toolkit is you don't have to spend an action to interact with it to get it out. All right. You guys have the rations you're gonna need.
So here it says, when you're encumbered, you're clumsy 1 and take a 10-foot penalty to all your move speeds.
Oh, that's right. Elderberry immediately got a thing in the top right as a status effect.
You? Yeah. See, I don't.
So if you don't have that, you're golden. I sent you a picture of what mine looks like, Dane. It's in your text messages. Your SMS text messages. Free after 9 o'clock.
Yeah. I see yours, but I don't know. It looks like I should be encumbered, but I don't have any of the effects of being
Maybe on
encumbered.
the cusp. Maybe because you're dead.
Maybe. I mean, who knows?
Who can say?
Okay, is there anything? Ro, do you wanna tell the father we're leaving? I mean, we got some time.
Do you think he'll care?
I mean, maybe does the father have any like cold iron?
Yeah,
gear?
he seems pretty badass.
Oh, Father Donovan. I thought you meant the kid's dad, and I was like, he sold them.
Oh, wow. That's why you caught me off guard. I was like, I thought he'd care. I mean, he was like, I'm going to be there when she needs me. And then you're like, fuck off, father.
Like capital D, capital F, father.
Yeah. But
yes.
Father, I'm going to become a werewolf.
Yes, we can talk to him.
I mean, if you want to, it's your story. You're going to be the werewolf.
I'm not, though. We still have, what, 2 hours?
I mean, we have 5 days.
Let's go to the church.
Okay.
We don't have 5 days. We have to leave with the book club.
We have to leave with the book club.
Book club road trip.
Book club road trip. Yeah, you can. You just want to fill in Father Petrovich.
Yeah, we'll tell him what our plan is, and I want to see what he thinks the best course of action for the night of the full moon is going to be.
Okay. He would say, I would make sure you have your friends by your side watching for you. He nods towards Silas. Your friend here has a way around. Yes. You young whippersnapper. You have a way around. What do you say? Yeah. Potions and things, perhaps, might be able to force you to be asleep for most of the night.
I can't get that potion to level 7.
Just keep yourself secure, as locked up as possible, and keep your friends on standby. I think to watch for in case anything goes wrong. Subdue you if necessary. I would like to be there to help watch. Should we have a crew working with Milvaj to dig out a new
Louis.
area? Should be ready by the full moon. The start of will be a crypt, but at least it will be pure and only open from one end.
Level 7.
Dual
Knockout
entrance.
Dram.
See, we're golden.
These are the ideas I have. Make the best of your situation. I would use chains, personally.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Father's kinky.
So not manacles.
Oh, manacles. Manacles would be good. Chains should be fairly easy to come by. Unless you're trying to make them out of something crazy like...
Oh, you mean just like regular chains? Okay.
What? Yeah. Maybe. Perhaps you should find some chains, just in case.
I can do that. Of course.
We should fill him in about all the hag stuff and see if he has any hag knowledge.
Sure.
A hag lord.
Hey, Father, you wouldn't believe all of this information I'm about to tell you. Blah, 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 hag.
Wow.
They're eating kids.
Wow, I know nothing additional. Should probably save those kids.
All we did was just move the time up.
Yeah.
10 minutes pass.
Well, shit. Good luck with that crypt, Father.
And you, good luck with those kids.
We would have gotten away with it if it weren't for those damn kids.
All right.
Is there anything else we have to do?
Let's do an inventory of our stealth skills here.
Okay. Are we doing this in
All right,
front of the Father?
Yeah,
It's going to be real embarrassing.
He's cool. He's cool.
Father, I want
I
you
have
to
a
see
thieves-
who you see in a moment.
I have
Go.
a thieves kit. I got some stealth. Oh, we're doing that. Okay.
Yeah,
Doing
we're
the
hiding in front of the Father.
Okay.
Son of a
We're
bitch.
hiding from
Can't see me.
Father.
Hey,
Stealth.
dice out of the way.
Oh no, what did I roll?
Oh no, Andy's face is frozen.
Are we not
I
doing
was gonna say, did Andy freeze for anybody else? Capture it quickly.
Yeah. He thinks he's crashing.
He's crashing.
Did I get it?
Got it.
Worth it.
Oh, we lost connection to the server.
Crashing out, man.
You're crashing out. It's crashing out.
Oh, wait. His face has moved slightly. Now he's just upset about crashing out.
Just like disappointed. He's not mad. He's just disappointed.
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. Oh, he's gone. Look what you guys did.
Alright. What? No, my computer's
Oh
Uh-oh.
no!
Wah, wah, wah.
It's fine. It's restarting.
Help, computer.
I probably will not be bothering to reload into Foundry tonight because it's 10. We can talk through what's happening though.
Okay.
I was
Right.
telling me to press keys. Fine. Blue screen.
I don't have
Um,
any stealth tools at all.
I think we actually had decent stealth rolls, like 12, 13, 12, I think. So it's not bad.
Yeah, I've got a plus 13 on mine.
Yeah, mine's plus 12.
what's Rose stealth? How does your heavy armor work with that?
Probably good, right?
Probably real good. Like,
Probably gives a bonus.
Oh,
Her armor's gonna give a bonus to all our stealth.
so your heavy armor is going to be going with you. I mean, Fiona's going to have it with her for your. So you will have access to it. So, you can add your plate, and there should be some traits associated with the plate, and I think one of them, if I remember correctly, I think one of them is something like noisy, where it's like you literally just can't. Well, you just can't move noiselessly while you're wearing it. We're thinking you can just add that to your inventory now because within 4 hours they should get the minor. Like all they're doing basically is like refiguring some straps and stuff and making sure it's like, adjusted a few centimeters here or there. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, so I would check that out as far as stealth goes. Who ended up with the cold iron weapons?
I have one in my backpack.
I have one too.
Okay.
So cold iron is what? Ro, me, and Silas?
She's gonna take Fiona at her word about the cold iron.
I mean, that's not my only weapon. Maybe.
You guys have so much silver.
And it's really hard to look at your video because it's like uncomfortably close. So I just like, it's like if you were talking like this to me, like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
You
Should
just
we
have to see
test
my
the
little
cold
thumbnail.
iron?
You just have to see my little thumbnail.
Someone test
It's
the
like
cold
real.
iron.
It's like real close. Because it's the vertical video, but then it's cropped even more. You gotta take her word. Is that what you're gonna do?
I don't know
do that?
anymore.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
So, Billy?
That's good. It's scary. All right.
Well, we can just pull up a thing.
Pull up a thing.
I have this. Yes. So, just to set the scene of where we're going.
Yeah, set it. Set that scene.
You guys, I will say, you guys can have in 4 hours. You could have easily bought whatever you wanted to buy. So over the next week, if you think of like, I probably should have bought like, I don't know, a kayak. You could have, as long as it's like
Kayak.
level 4 or less. So like pretty much all mundane stuff should be falling within that. In the allotted 4 hours, you will meet, if you wish, Lady Watcher would be at the Morning Gate, which is on the east side of town. There she is. She has 5 horses ready. Oh, shit, because I crashed. I forgot. As you guys are coming out of the church, you see huffing down the street, looking around, nervously down like every single street and alley. A teenage boy, Victor, who is rushing towards you. He has a backpack on his back.
Oh shit!
We're taking him
Uh-oh.
with us.
Coming.
I
I mean,
experience.
it is his girlfriend in the ethereal plane.
We're
Just
getting this.
probably let him come.
We're getting this kid killed.
And you are seeing. I mean, I'll let you guys know. I don't know where your characters would recognize all this, but you guys are seeing an agoraphobic teenager being like outside of his house for the first time in like probably a year or more. But he's rushing towards you all. He says, Stella told me that you would be leaving today. You were going to come get me, weren't you?
Yeah, we're coming. That was the next thing we were gonna do.
I was so anxious I couldn't wait. When do we leave? You made it sound like tonight.
In 2 hours and 13 minutes.
I'm ready. I brought everything I think I could need. Some books in case we need to read along the road. And I brought some snacks.
I think you should be aware that we are going.
What kind of snacks?
It is a good question.
I found in the parlor some. He pulls out a couple of like potatoes.
Those aren't snacks.
I thought they would travel well, and they're full of energy, and
caloric value, I suppose.
I am concerned for your well-being.
Are we really gonna take this kid that has a backpack full of potatoes to go fight Ag?
here's 2 potatoes.
2 potatoes.
How are you gonna feed all of us with 2 potatoes?
I brought them for myself. I brought some bread as well and some dried meat.
How much do you eat on a regular basis?
A bit, I suppose.
More than this? I mean, this is gonna last you going out of town.
No, I don't really pay attention. Most of the time I read, and then my mother tells me I need to eat, and then I.
Victor, you read the same book that I did, so you know that this is substantially dangerous. Are you sure you're up for this?
Are you ready to perform the ritual without me?
Good point. Though we do have a book club coming.
You should be aware that we are being escorted by Lady Watchta and guests.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
Is it?
She's always been kind to me.
Just
How stealthy would you say you are? Like, if you wanted to hide in that alleyway over there, we didn't see you.
I don't expect I could.
Oh. Okay.
we may need you to hang back a little bit.
Sure. Okay.
Be on standby.
I can stay back and prepare for the ritual.
That sounds, yeah, you could do that. But like, we mean back. Like, out of sight back.
It's concerning that Silas is the one saying you should be back far.
We can stay with the book club.
I mean, I'm pretty skilled at staying back. And I would like you to know that we need you to stay like back. Perform the ritual, that's fine. And it is, you seem to have some connection to Stella that beyond just a platonic,
Romantic type.
friendly connection. Unless I'm reading that wrong. I could be reading that wrong.
Gross.
Totally has a girlfriend. I've gone blurry.
Oh God!
Foggin. So hearing no major objections, he will follow you guys to the
Okay.
morning.
Oh my God!
Everything's gonna go just fine.
The...
We're gonna roll all 20s. Nothing is gonna go wrong.
All right, so
Who
we
else
got
should we invite to go with us? We probably need more
Right?
people.
maybe we could just bring the blacksmith with us.
Do you want to bring
we
the
do any-
refugees?
Like all of them,
I
So
mean,
or just the children to bargain
Town
with?
guard.
just all the children, like the Pied Piper. Just take all the children.
Take all the kids. We'll need a couple different. We'll need like a fat one. We'll need a skinny because we don't know what they like.
Yeah,
Right.
We don't know what they like.
whole
We need a
array.
selection of children.
We need a selection of children.
How
Like
many?
like a flight of children.
Yeah.
Flight of children. Just bring them in the stocks so they can be a flight of children.
How many people are in this book club?
She would be bringing 4 people from her book.
4 book club members.
I hope that one of them is Danica from the bar.
Oh man, that would be.
That would actually be
badass.
sick as hell.
I would hold Miss Watcher in a much higher esteem. Fucking Danica show up with a mace.
It's like just random people that we've met throughout the town. They're part of the book club.
Are we bringing Irina? Irina's coming, right?
If Victor's coming, Irina's
If you think
coming.
I could help, I'm happy to come and help.
Look, if Victor's
Yeah.
gonna come, you might as well show up too. This is gonna be
We should bring
great.
the father too. The father should just come with us. It's a party.
In fact,
No,
let's
the
take the whole
father's digging a
goddamn
hole.
town. Where's the puppet maker? Let's bring him too. Victor, Irina,
Linsky's probably part of. Linsky's probably part of the book club.
he's the founding member. He's no fun.
You
He's
all
no
right.
Blinsky.
You all arrive at the morning gate.
I swear to
At the-
God. I
at the
swear
appointed
to God.
Lady Watcher has exchanged her normal formal dress with a much more utilitarian pants, leather boots, and a chain shirt that's tucked under like a forest green tunic.
Mithril.
She has a mace hanging at her belt.
She's ready to roll up on these fools.
Mm-hmm. And there's a black hooded riding cloak covering up everything. On her shoulder is a crow.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Yep.
My crow?
And
We know that crow.
Corvus, are you in the book club?
Corvus, you don't have a crow.
I have a friendly crow. That's all I'm saying. We've been acquaintances for some time.
Nope.
Crow's an acquaintance.
Clarissa is a raven.
Oh shit. Nevermore.
Yeah, and the feather in your hat is a raven feather, right?
So
Yes.
the book club is just this lady and her bird. She's a bird lady.
Along with
Okay.
Fiona, there are 4 cloaked figures.
Wearing matching masks.
One of us. One of us.
Their faces are all shrouded with
course.
black cloak.
But if they weren't shrouded, they would be. Oh my god. Danica and who else?
Blinsky.
No, that would be too tidy. We're not going to do that. That would be too tidy. No, here's
Can
what they
you
look
tell
like.
who I am? Is no fun.
Oh, and the guy
is
that
no
fell off the
mask.
mountain.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
man, we won't even need to
Guy
try
that
with
fell off
him.
the fucking
A
mountain. I don't even
fucking
remember his name, but I
mountain.
do remember that.
Okay.
That's what he wanted us to remember.
There are 4 folks in black robes with hoods. There is a young man with the face of an angel. There is a balding hulk of a man, a squat middle-aged woman, and a taller, younger woman with an unsettling glare.
Quit glaring at me, lady.
We don't recognize any of them.
It's
You
unsettling.
recognize one of them.
Who?
All right.
They're introduced to you as Andrzej, Boris, Miruna, and Ruxandra. I'll put that in somewhere.
Put it somewhere.
Eventually.
That would be great.
This foundry's not open. I can't put it there. So you travel along the road. How much talking do you think you would try to do with the book club?
I want to try to talk him up because I just want Blinsky to be like, "It's me."
They all have small packs. They probably have different levels of wanting to talk to you, but they're all seem polite enough.
You know, I think Corvus would actually try to talk up to some of them just to try to figure out what their specialties are, especially the fact that it looks like Lady Watcher is clearly armed with a mace. I'm trying to just weigh these other companions.
Sure. I think they all probably have weapons of some, all like simple weapons that like commoners would generally know how to use. You don't get the idea that any of the people are like, none of them have armor like she does. But I would say they're probably all armed with like maces or short swords or something similar, like simple like that. Yeah, if you ask them about like who they are, what they do, they basically all say that they're part of a book club that gets together to discuss philosophy, politics, and morality with Lady Watcher. Hope to expand their understanding of the world. Yeah, they all like a lot.
Yep.
Huh.
So, if we get these names of the hags, can we like transmit them to you via a message spell? You just have to know them, or do you have to?
Yes, that should work. The more specific we can be, I'm assuming this is to Fiona.
Yeah.
Knows this stuff. The more specific we are, the better. So, having the exact spelling would be ideal. Ideally, if we had the written name written by the being is the most complete form of the true name that carries the entire meaning of their true name.
So ideally, if we get the contract to give it to you in person, would be what we
If you
need
can
to
find
do.
it. Otherwise, we would be having facsimiles of the name, which may be good enough.
Good to know.
We gotta find that contract.
Yeah.
Our contract.
It's in the heart of the layer. So not only do we have to sneak in, but we have to sneak like in.
I'm gonna sneak in real hard.
That makes me wonder, is it better to have us all sneak in or send somebody that might be best at being sneaky? I don't know. One person at a time.
Silas, that's either you or me.
Yeah, maybe I don't like that idea.
I mean, Lee is a close second with 12.
Yeah, the three of us, I think, are like basically equally sneaky. Like
and
12,
Rachel's like a
13,
minus 12, so.
That's not true.
Well, I put it in my notes that way, so.
Okay.
I mean, Lee's also really fast, so it might be.
I mean, unless we go back to the children bargaining chip, or just children as a distraction. We
can't just
distract
take
them with
children
while we get in there. I mean, she's doing it. Nobody seems to care.
You said one was short and fat, or boorish. Does it look like a child?
No. No, Boris does not look like a child.
Come here. You look like a child.
Silas, how young are you?
Probably too old for her date. She's looking for like Dateline age.
Interesting. I don't know. I have a big concern about one of us alone going in there, because then you are
That's true.
fucked if it goes
true.
bad.
However, counterpoint, if more of us go in there, there are more chances for something to go wrong.
But at least then they'd run away, right?
That's true. They run away to the ethereal plane, we lose our chance, and Stella's lost forever. Not a big deal.
And then we tie Roe to one of the wings of the windmill, and we're good. I think that's a solid plan.
I like it. I like it.
I had this whole bag of gummy candies. Ugh.
As dusk is falling, starting to look for a place to camp for the night and rest. So I think that's about where we're going to stop for tonight. As you're winding down the day's travel, pushing a little bit into the dusk and early hours of night, I'm trying to push as far as you can in one night. You see a gaunt figure with wild hair and bare silhouetted against the sky and crouching on a thick, gnarled branch above your heads along the road. They're wearing a tattered gown of stitched animal skins, and red streaks run across this figure's face as the lights of your entourage dance across his features. There are two more fang-shaped streaks staining the skin beneath its lips. The being stops, sniffs the air, and laughs a wild cackle like a lunatic. Little songbirds wandering the dark woods, it asks, and leers down at you, cocking its head to the side as if a songbird itself. Does it do anything?
What the hell is that? Is this one of Strahd's thralls of some kind?
I'm gonna shoot it with a silver bolt.
Do you?
Holy shit! Look out!
Yeah, fuck it.
Do you?
She's
Yep.
got 30 of them,
She
and I've
do.
got another 70. We're good. Shoot that shit.
Somebody
Roll it.
calls Roe a songbird.
I
It's a way
can't.
of-
I don't have my
Well, if
character.
we're going to start combat, then no, we actually have to wait for this next week. All right. We will start next week with Roe shooting a person on the road.
Hell yeah!
I put it in the notes that
You
way.
said
Keep telling
fangs,
yourself
right?
that.
You said it had fangs.
It said
That Fang march.
It had streaks of red underneath its lips, shaped like fangs, like someone had painted fangs on their face.
Oh, like someone
Oh,
painted
isn't
fangs
another
on their face?
teenager?
Oh, I
Damn
thought you said
it.
it had fangs.
It's a goth kid.
All right. I thought they were
someone
fangs.
Someone had like painted red fangs.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna shoot them if they don't have real
They're
fangs.
obviously super realistic. You did a good job.
They're very cartoony, like triangle under their lips.
Oh, okay. I thought they just had fangs.
No, they look like a really cartoonish facsimile of like vampire fangs.
Okay, I don't shoot them yet.
I shoot him.
Lady Watcher will say, "We're no songbirds. Least of all, I, child of Yesterhill. You know me, and you know my sign. Do the forest folk now demand tolls to travel the Svalich?" The druid looks down on you all, sort of lingers at the crow on her shoulder. "No tolls, dear one, merely curiosity. You keep strange company, daughter of Mother Night. My company is no concern of yours. Trouble us no more, druid. Tell your master, the House of Watcher remembers its debts." "Debts indeed, but to whom, one wonders?" A toothy, like shining grin you can see from the figure in the tree. And with another cackle, a silhouette sort of vanishes from sight.
Okay, so what the fuck was that about?
I should have shot him.
Daughter of Mother Night. That's
Mother,
I don't like
daughter,
that.
A little sus.
That's
Are
just what they
you,
call their. It's fine. That's what they call the book club.
are they? Who?
She is
What?
dead.
What was that? Who was that? What? Who was that? What was that?
To mirror what he's
was that?
saying, what?
What?
What? The forest folk, druids. They dwell amidst the Svalish woods. They generally shun civilized places. They treat Yester Hill, at the southwest edge of the Barovian Valley, as a sacred place. They worship Strahd as if some kind of a deity in this place because of his control over the weather and the animals of this land. They're mad, all of them. I encountered and learned of them under the mentorship of Lisa. She was a woods witch from Beres. She was a worshipper of Daughter Night, Mother Night, deity of darkness, trickery, and the occult. I could never hear Mother Night, so I couldn't follow in those steps myself.
So you started a book club.
Indeed.
Are we in danger from these forest folk?
The same danger you would be from any madman, which is
a lot.
Difficult to predict.
Oh, okay.
The best is to scare them off, I've seen. And they are fiendishly devout to Strahd, above all else. A reminder of that helps. Needless to say, my mentor didn't take it kindly whenever I left. After hearing of my family's deaths, she took it as a personal affront for me to abandon my studies. And I have evermore been banished from Berel. As to she like shifts a little bit uncomfortably in her riding cloak. As to the debt I mentioned, I do have a debt to Strahd. From his effort to save my ancestor, Lavina Watcher. Centuries ago, Lavina was murdered at the hands of the traitor Leo de Lisney. He murdered her husband and attempted to kill Lavina as well, my ancestors. Strahd defended my family, defended my ancestor, and then hunted Leo down and punished him for his treachery. We've been loyal ever since. Yeah, I have a lot of names to put in chat, guys. I'll do it, though. So that's ancient history. We should find a place to rest. And perhaps I'll have the book club set up a watch for tonight. She like glances around at the trees. Just in case. She seems content to leave the conversation at that. And is about to go set off to talk to her book club. But if you guys have any other questions, you can stop her in.
I do have a question.
Of course we do.
Is there a name that you guys call yourselves? Or is it
What do
just
you
the
mean?
book club?
Why would a book club need a different name?
I don't know. Sometimes you need a little catchy name, like the Watchers Watches.
Stick to your day job, Corvus.
I am a bard, Cyrus.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, what?
Maybe find a new day job.
Just a simple book club. I don't think we need anything so ostentatious as a special name.
Guys, I really want a special name.
You should
No,
get a special name.
We didn't name our group yet.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Take
Yeah.
applications.
Yeah. Fangs for the memory.
Oh man.
Uh,
Fangs for the memory.
All right. Well, you guys will have more opportunity to chat with her if you wish, but we're getting a little late tonight, so I think that's a good place to stop it as
Yep.
you all set up camp for your travel to Old Bone Grinder.
yeah. Bone grinder.
Old Bone Grinder.
Grind them bones.
Oh my god, that's right. It's called a bone grinder.
Yeah. OG
Old
name.
bone grinder.
That's it.
Old bone grinder.
Sorry, my computer crapped out.
No worries.
It was nice. We got really up close and personal with you. It was
So intimate.
good. Yeah, intimate. So intimate.
Very close. So very close.